Well, good morning, afternoon, or evening for the PressCorps. I'm Geoffrey Jennings, and here we have a PressCorps Studio Interview live on the air here with Halfblood, one of the newest arrivals here in the Foxhole War. Halfblood, how are you?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for dealing with our hectic schedules here. Very busy, very busy man yourself. You were, I was when I got your attention and got you in here. We were busy editing and making all sorts of more videos. I think you've got 3 videos out in the last few days. That's a very high. Yeah. I truly envy that level of consistency and output, especially with the quality of it.
It's not gonna last for sure, but I played a lot of Foxhole, and I felt, I needed to get the videos out. So.
Yeah, no, there are days where we just got to sit down. A lot of PressCorps members can relate to that as well. You just got to sit down and just hammer it out. But in any case, Halfblood, you are a warden, at least for the current moment. Do you run with a specific regiment, or are you just kind of doing your own thing with your friends?
No, just doing my own thing with my friends or solo. We don't have a clan or anything like that.
And did you have some more buddies with you go into the war with you as well, or did you meet them on the battlefield organically?
A couple of friends that were playing Foxhole for a long time, but most people were all kind of new. I think some of us have played like a long time ago, but we just came back. That was my first time playing, so I was fresh.
No, typical PALS regiment there for you. But no, that's great. That's a great way of going about it. You know what? Let's get to it then. What attracted you to the Foxhole War? Like, what was it that caught your attention? Went, hey, I want to get in on this action.
I watched my friend play. He was doing some the partisanries are like the thing that really gets me. I've been playing, years of DayZ, and it felt like that was a way to bring some of, the skills that I developed in DayZ and bringing here. Just sitting in the bush waiting for something to happen. That was very interesting. Always there. And then there's also like the story, the natural story that developed when playing the game. That was very interesting too.
Yeah, it's a true sandbox, and you got to hand it to these developers for committing to such an incredible concept that shouldn't work in many cases, but it kind of does. It winds up working very beautifully. But hey, we're talking to our audience here. So what has your experiences been so far? I know in your films. I should also mention the reason why I'm interviewing you today is because you are a YouTuber. So let's go ahead and plug your thing right now. It's just look up Halfblood on YouTube, and it'll be the first thing that comes up. But I did notice in the URL on your profile it was youtube.com/user/halfbloodprince and then a couple numbers.
Yeah, you can also just do youtube.com/halfblood, and that works as well.
No. That's probably the one that we'll go with, youtube.com/halfblood. I think I've gone through several YouTube accounts, all of them with incredibly embarrassing usernames. One of them was...
Yeah, you can't change them. You cannot change them.
You cannot. And thankfully, I realized that by the time I got around to making the PressCorps. But I think my first one was Time Captain 117. You can tell I was on a Halo kick there as well. It's cool until you really think about it, and then it just sounds kind of dumb. But in any case, yes, you're a YouTuber, and you just got into Foxhole here. What has your experiences been so far?
Pretty good. I think the game has a lot of complexities, a lot of things you can do, and it's very interesting to both go to the front line, go behind enemy lines, or I didn't do any logi work yet, but that seemed like a chill thing to do, and yeah, just the diversity of things, like you said, like big sandbox, and it was very interesting, the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if you'll still think if logistics is chill. Well, if you really get into it, because the ones that get really into it, it's
I see. I ran into some people that were doing logistic from the other side, and sometimes there's like 5 of them, and there's a tank that's following them around. It's a big organization.
It really is. There's so many. It's an ecosystem that your effects can go far and wide. And in fact, in one video, I think your first video was your first few hours or first day in fighting in the Foxhole War. There was a series of trucks that you raided with your friends, and then in one instance you put your foot on the ground in one juncture, and you took down about half a dozen trucks. Did you realize the gravity of what each one was carrying and how much that would affect the region?
No, we had no idea. Even like yesterday we destroyed a couple of trucks. We went deep into the enemy territory, and we destroyed a bunch of trucks who had like 5,000 like scraps and hundreds of fuel, multiple of them, and we just didn't know. Like we're so new, so we don't know how much these things are. But I assume that was a lot because it was like in the big container.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't think if I'm that specific. You know which one I'm talking about specifically, where you took down 5 trucks in a row. Mm-hmm. Did you ever look? Because I tried scanning through the footage. Did you ever look inside the contents of the truck?
In these trucks, no, but I do know that we were like just behind the front line, so the front line was happening, and these were feeding, like fobs bringing shirts and guns. I know there was crates. I remember there was a lot of like gun crates and ammo. Wow. I think we were doing something. I think we were helping the front line.
Yeah, well, it seems like you've really, because I think your second film also is just you going full commando deep behind enemy lines, and then I think your latest one that you just released today is as you raiding a relic base in the backline as well. So you really, in terms of commando work, it seems you really found a home there, at least here, at least in the beginning of your Foxhole career.
Yeah, I don't know if you played DayZ before, but like I feel like this style really like connects with like the partisan style of playing.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Absolutely.
Like, connects with playing DayZ, and I have like over 2,000 hours of DayZ. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Actually, that makes sense because I was also looking through your previous video work, and yeah, a lot of it wound up being open sandbox games like DayZ. So yeah, that's the thing about Foxhole. It's such a sandbox, and it's such an open concept that it winds up converging a lot of ideas from so many different games that it's, I don't know, it's real interesting, and I'm catching you in here early.
Hello.
There you go.
Sorry.
I got a frantic series of Discord messages. Oh God, my mouse. That's okay.
Sorry. Yeah,
it happens. That's the beauty of the radio. It's live. But regardless, I don't know if you heard any of what I was talking about.
No, I was running in my house.
No, that's okay. kind of like when you're in a truck in the back line, and then out of nowhere, some Yahoo decides to jump out of a bush and start shooting up your stuff, and it starts scrambling. But in any case, let's move on to your video style. It really caught my eye. And just the presentation of it. It's a very cinematic style, as I mentioned before. You got the letterbox black bars in the beginning, kind of like epic, setting up this epic, this situation that's about to unfold before it really hits the fan, and then you have this stark white text like blowing up the relic base that kind of flashes on screen. Do you have any influences? Because you said before earlier, before we started talking, that you studied film. Is that correct?
Yeah, I studied cinema for 3 years.
Who are kind of your biggest influences and who you're a fan of in terms of that style?
Oh God, I don't know if the style of my videos.
Sure.
I guess like it would be like a big meat grinder where I put like all the films and like this came out. I guess my favorite director is like Wong Kar-wai with Christopher Doyle with the direction of photography, but I don't think like I feel like these videos like the big text is more like I don't know. But I know what I liked about the game is like it makes like these stories by themselves. Like I don't have to work too hard. Like it's all right. What are we doing? Oh, we're gonna go behind enemy lines and we're gonna do something. And like there's a narrative that builds itself, and like there's a bigger world, and every small action that you do is, contribute to that story. So that's why the story, like I'm starting a video where I'm telling a story because I feel like it's I don't know.
No, you're spot on. No, that's exactly where my mind landed to as well. Is that it sets it's your own stage to grab for. It's setting your own stage there, and your opening storytelling techniques. It almost seems like it almost frames the video like a flashback. As if you're recounting the story to someone else, and then it just kind of goes into this visual tale, if you will.
Yeah. And I noticed that there wasn't a lot of Foxhole videos, that were telling stories. Maybe I missed them, maybe I don't know about them, but I've noticed a lot of funny videos mostly.
Yeah, lots and lots of memes. Believe that. First and foremost, you'll see a lot of. The first thing you'll probably run into is probably a bunch of memes. But there are some local YouTubers, including I Saw Baron Freer. Shout out to them, and others as well that I'm sure escape my mind right now. That kind of tell their stories. But usually it's just. Most of the time, it tends to be gameplay in the style of regular and some of just general Let's Playing on YouTube. But yeah, your cinematic style, which is my buzzword here for today, but it rings true. It really caught my attention. So you know what? Since this is is this your first week, second week of playing?
Yeah, first week. It's been 5 days, I think.
I cannot wait. How many hours actually? How many hours total do you have?
Let's check.
You're gonna have to check Steam for that one.
39.
39 hours.
39.
You have not even scratched the surface, my friend.
Yeah.
Which is exciting. No, to be in your shoes again, and really, even though I'm not, it's still exciting because Foxhole has so much left to go in terms of its development.
Hopefully, I think my imprint is positive. I think I did more damage to the enemy than I could have done.
100%.
Resources.
Yeah, a lot of people tend to, and no fault to them, because it's the most alluring thing at first. That the first thing you want to do is find the biggest fight, and then bang your head against that fight for 3 hours in a trench.
You go to the shore, the front line. You bring 2 guns and 10 mags, and you're like, all right.
Now there's someone that's played DayZ, but yeah, you're right. That's usually where most people do, and there's nothing wrong with that, because that's fun. As long as you have fun, that's what matters most. But it's so interesting that you, a DayZ player primarily, or at least before leading into this, your first inclination was to go behind enemy lines and just start raiding stuff.
Yeah, it feels natural.
Yeah, there you go. I can't wait to see what how your technique develops. Tell me, I want to get this on the record now.
Yes.
But we're here in your first 5 days, 39 hours of participating. But what is your opinion of the Warden faction as a whole here in War 46?
Oh God, I don't know. I know there's cultures between the two, but I couldn't tell you. They seem fine. I did not notice.
Sure.
I don't know what I'm supposed to look for.
That's how raw you've gone into this. You don't even know the internal politics of anything, which is totally fine.
They don't seem too memey to me. I haven't seen too many memes on this side, but I know the colonials are supposed to be the memers, or maybe I don't know. I'm not sure.
It goes both ways.
Okay.
Especially when they're losing. I've noticed a trend, and there's absolutely no evidence to back this up except my own experience. But I've noticed this trend where the moment one side starts losing, they'll start memeing. So it's like the inverse. So success goes down, memes go up.
Mm-hmm. You didn't kill us. We killed ourselves.
Exactly. The amount of Adobe work I've seen from people is pretty amazing. For things that are not so cinematic. But regardless, on top of that as well, what is your record? I think we might have already seen it in that first video. But what is your record for total trucks rated in a single session?
Oof.
In a single life.
It's too much. It's too many. I honestly don't think we could count the amount of trucks that we blew up. I'm working on a video right now where I'm gonna put them all, just put a bunch of partisan blowing up trucks. There has to be so many.
How about in a single life?
It has to be more than like 10.
More than
like
10 in
sometimes
a
we
single?
go, yeah. Sometimes we go very deep, and then we're gonna set up. My friend has a picture where we had like 6 truck. We didn't blow them up. We used them, and we made like a wall to block the other cars.
That's smart. That's smart.
And then they would just drive in, and then we just kept blowing them. So because we didn't have BMAT, so we we used the cars to block the path.
That's actually a pretty good tip, which I think you just spilled live on the air. So get ready to maybe have have it used on you. But in terms of advice, in terms of your success, what is one tip that you're willing to share with the people at home that has led to your success? It is patience. Okay.
Yeah. I think a lot of people just run in and they're like, oh, I haven't shot something in the last 2 minutes, so I need to run head on. Just wait. He's gonna come and you can kill him.
Yeah, especially if you chose a busy road, it's almost inevitable. So you just gotta bank on it.
You look where the front line is, and then you look at the road that leads to it, and you say, oh, I'm gonna go sit on that road. But I guess not everybody can do that. Like if everybody does it, then I don't know what the war would look like. No front line, only partisan work. I don't think that would work.
Yeah, have you ever had a situation where you let the truck go? You just let it pass by you?
Sometime when my friend is dead, and you just have you can't do it, or there's a tank, and you just sit there, and you see a container, and there's a lot of resources in it. It hurts because you want to shoot, but it's useless. You're not going to accomplish it, so you let it pass, and you get the next one.
Yeah. Oh man,
you need to give value to your life. It's not the. I know a lot of people run to the front line and they die over and over and over and over again. But if you don't give value to your life, then, you're devaluing what you're doing.
Yeah, you're special. Don't forget that, ladies and gentlemen listening at home. Well, I guess if no one fought on the front lines, then there would be no front line. So never mind.
Yeah.
Keep on not caring about yourself. We love you. But Halfblood, do you have anything else for us here? I think you're working on a video right now. Another montage. It's essentially a killtage of your successes behind the lines. But hey, as long as it's all true and you're doing it, then hey.
Yeah. The next video is going to be day 4. And it's going to be how just now, I'm just repeating the word that I'm saying at the beginning of the video. It's just you should value your life and don't run in like an idiot. That's pretty much the lesson of the next video.
I'm gonna hate it when you break the consistency of output you have now, which is completely fine. I understand.
Yeah,
I barely have time to get this interview on the air.
Soon.
That's okay. But it's so fascinating to see a running journal of your experience, especially in the first opening 50 hours. That stuff is so interesting. And then to see you come back, because I think you even mentioned in your about page for the YouTube channel, you said that, hey, sometimes I don't post anything for months. So to compare these first 3 to 4 videos that you're putting out compared to something you do 6 months later, oh boy, I can't wait for the cynicism to just really. No, I'm kidding.
No, but right now, I like the game mechanics. I don't really have anything else. I feel like there could be some little life improvement here and there, with the UI. I like to have a very clean UI where I don't have stuff on and the chat. The chat is in the way. The squad box is in the way, and I wish I could just turn these off.
Yeah,
but not.
Yeah, for sure.
Alas, it doesn't seem like.
Admittedly, the partisan aspect of the game, the rating aspect of the game is actually quite good right now. There's hardly any issues with that. It's the people that you're rating that are having the most quality of life and just general issues in terms of just how fun, quote unquote, fun things are for the people you're raiding. So, do you ever feel bad? Have you ever talked actually to any of the people?
Oh yeah, we talk all the time. Like, do you have any last words? But very often, I want them to have last word, like just some very good last word, but they never do. You know, it's always, well, you shouldn't be here. Why are you doing this? And it's like, well, what do you mean? Am I doing this? You know what I'm doing this. So.
And have you ever actually let one live, or no? You always take them out.
Yeah. One time I did kill a medic, and I felt a little bit bad because he shot me, and I was like, "Come on, you're a medic. You need to heal me."
Oh well, if the medic shot first, then.
Yeah, but then he came to heal me, and then I killed him. It had to happen.
That's called the fog of war, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I'm a journalist. I should be investigating this. Wait, we actually have a Geneva Convention in the world of Foxhole.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's called the Sun. We actually have a contingent of the Red Cross in Foxhole. They are called the Foxhole Red Cross. So if you see their tags, I think it just says Red Cross in their name. Don't execute them because they are the ones behind the Sunhaven Convention, which clearly outlines that you cannot kill a medic. However, in your defense, if he or she shot first at you, then I think that's fine. If it's self-defense.
Yeah. He definitely shot first, and I don't think he had a red cross.
And that's the story you're going to stick with.
Yeah. That's my story.
Okay. Well, we'll see the footage, or we won't, but that's okay. I just cannot wait to compare this interview to another one down the line. So good luck to you, and good luck to the people fighting you as well, because it seems like they'll have quite a bit of trouble on their hands.
We're doing some work.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us, and good luck on your videos. And youtube.com/Halfblood, is that correct?
Yep. Thank you for having me.
Search that on there, and it'll be the first thing you see. Very interesting videos, and can't wait to in this interview series. Can't wait to get Foxhole's other YouTubers in here on. Well, I Saw a Bear. I know. I'm waiting for you on the sidelines as well. So, Halfblood, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.